Black business people.
Y'all doing, my name is B Swan.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, basically going off what he said is gonna be our future success of a co-working network space where, you know, we all do different things, but we all want to see success individually. Obviously, that's what we wake up every day trying to see the best of ourselves every single time. So why not? And obviously, how this year's going, 2020 is going really down. But why not use this opportunity for us to gather? Even though, yes, I understand the whole 6 feet social distancing thing, but we can't let that stop us
Let me go get my tripod.
from decreasing us like that. Because at the same time, as COVID, not only is COVID going on, we've seen that it started targeting African Americans, to be exact. We also been killing each other. Y'all have not noticed like all year, and accidental, you know, deaths like Kobe that we ain't trying to really speak about, but things like that is I feel like personally it's negative energy coming out, and it's time for something positive. And while we still got the rest of this year left, and so let's crank it up so we can enter 2021 with a better opportunity for all of us to grow. And I personally, I moved here a month and a half ago, but I don't know anybody that's doing this in Tampa. I was gonna say Daytona, that's where this came from. But yeah, so like, why not just start doing it? I'm not scared to help people grow. I'm here for anybody if they need me. Basically, I'm not trying to say we building a family, but we are going to build a structure.
And definitely like a support system.
Mm-hmm.
So like, if we all support each other, say we all have each other's social media. Say somebody wants to make a post and they want to really get it hyped, you can send it to all of us, and we all send it to everybody we know. Keep that train going, keep building and growing.
So what we're gonna start doing, so what we're gonna start doing is basically start telling what we do. I'm gonna start off and just start handing out my cards, trying to know who I am and things, and I'm just gonna continue from there. How you doing, sir? Oh, Mr. Miller. Hey, Mr. Miller. So this is me and Jay's mentor.
How you doing? How you doing? All right.
So once again, I'm Jay, and originally I'm from North Carolina. I've been here just about a year now, so finally getting settled in. And I'm an artist. I went to the East Carolina University, got my bachelor's in fine arts. So I studied painting, graphic design, clothing, and global understanding. And today I'm showing you guys some of my paintings that I've completed recently. You can feel free to pass around, just be careful. And it's my passion. I do this every day. So even if I wasn't here live painting today, I'll be home painting, you know. And I just came down here to start a fresh opportunity. Drove down here with my dog, and now I'm in Tampa, just creating, meeting like-minded people like B, Mr. Henry, and just trying to build. Oh yeah, this is one of my shirts. Create. I also have different styles. We'll pass out some of my business cards.
Anybody live in the area? Anybody live in the area, like close by, Tampa in general?
Mm-hmm.
My bad. I was still thinking you still in place. My bad. If you guys got anybody else that's, you know, like-minded as well and want to see success and want to grow or learn, you know what I mean? Just, please let them know. Please have them come out. This is the start of something good.
If y'all have social media, my Insta is Coachman Creations. I also have a website called coachmancreations.com. You can see all my artwork, everything for sale. I'm currently having a holiday sale now where you can get discounted clothing and discounted artwork. Thank you for letting me express to y'all who I am.
So yeah, my original name is Michael Schofield Jr. I'm from Ocala, Florida, but I was raised in Atlanta for most of my teenage life, and I came back down my senior years back home with my mom to watch me graduate. Then I went on to play football at University, and this this at like even this moment right here, a year and a half ago, I didn't expect myself to be in this position right now. Like I said, I was a football player, so my goal was obviously was trying to reach the highest levels, NFL, maybe CFL. That came to a short when my junior year, our school had financial problems. I was a walk-on, so walk-ons had to get cut. That 10 minutes of my life was like shattered, like all what you worked for 10 plus years. And then my coach told me, can't do nothing for you, man. That's literally what he said. So like, that was a defeating moment, but it brought this dog out of me that I haven't stopped seeing every morning I wake up, honestly. So since that happened, I created my brand, which is this logo right here. It's called Lotus, which stands for Live Over Unique Struggles. Basically explain anything you guys are going through or currently going through or have been going through. Every day we still wake up, we still strive to be the best we can, and we live over those struggles. So the reason why unique is in there, because we're all unique in our own ways. So going forward, after I had the brand, I was like, all right, I want to deliver my message, but I don't know how to do it. So obviously, hip hop, I love hip hop, football player, connection. I never thought I'd be an artist, but I became an artist and didn't take it serious at first. I was still partying, hanging out. Then when I got around serious people like my boy Z, my boy Blizzy, met them back in Daytona, other roommates as well that I had, we started to just get serious. We started last year, 2019, waking up 5 o'clock in the morning every single day. I haven't stopped doing that, honestly. At this point, I'm at this drive where I like waking up at 5 a.m. I feel like if you're a boss, that's what you do. You wake up early and go get it. Yeah, I started kicking off. So I started beating up the booth every single day. Started selling my clothing. Kept selling my clothing on campus. That developed my clothing to be sold inside the store now. In Daytona, in the Boucher Mall. Then my music side, getting better and better. He was pushing me every single day, getting better and better. We meeting up. Ended up performing left and right, different places. Ended up getting my first song on the radio, and it just continued from there. 3 songs on the radio, success in the clothing in the store. Currently, right now, I'm on my 3rd documentary. I'm shooting that. I got one more shot to shoot. Hopefully, it'll be this. In the future, probably like 3 more weeks, give me. And the development and growth from here, I'm gonna get that at the end of the 3rd documentary list. I would say I'm pretty successful at the pace I'm going at right now. I want to do obviously better for me and y'all, because like this honestly is the reason why I am the way I am right now, because people actually look up to me, people actually listen to me and believe in me, and I see that it inspires them and puts belief back into stuff. So yeah, my ultimate goal in life, honestly, is not to be the best artist, the best clothing designer. I'm not trying to be like easy or anything, but my number one goal is honestly inspire people. That's at the end of the day, that's what's on this earth. That's who we are. That's who we are blessed to be. You know what I mean? So, and people go through a lot of things. A month and a half ago, my close friend named CJ, he lived in Tampa. A month and a half ago is when I got to Tampa, and I know him for 6+ years. And unfortunately, the week I was moving here, he committed suicide. That's an example of a live over unique struggle type of thing. That was my brother. We had big, huge, close talks, and he would love to see this right now because he had no idea that I was on this type of frequency. Like, I kept all this private, honestly. I'll show you on social media, but in person, I didn't really talk much about it. And I kind of regret it because there would be certain signs that I finally started to see after he passed that he really wanted to connect with me. And I seen that he was really inspired by me, but I don't know. I don't want to speak on it but you know, man, we got a lot of pride, so we don't really try to ask him questions. But he's always throwing little sides to me, like he wanted to really connect with me. And last time I seen him, we was on stage together this summer at Culture Fest, and we performed and everything. But anyways, fast forward on that. Yeah, that's small. So that's on my back, basically what I'm saying. So every time you see me, I'm always gonna be ready to inspire people, ready to help out people, ready for y'all to help me, you know, always keep building and growing with each other. So, anybody else want to go next? Get to that. You know.
I gotta come.
Oh, you don't got you to stand up. I ain't trying to
Hi everyone, my name is Samari Wright.
Welcome.
Thank you. Beast one, right? So my dad introduced me, he told B Swan about me, and so that's why I'm here. And a little bit about myself. I was born and raised here. I went to Spoto High School. I then went to HUC at the community college, and then I went to UCF to get my bachelor's in marketing. And from there, I graduated. I landed a position at WellCare. Not sure if you guys know what WellCare, but it's a health plan. And we were acquired by Centene Corporation out of St. Louis. So I've been there for, I would say, almost 5 years next year, and I'm a project manager currently. And I just started my business last year, and I do web development. So I, design websites, and I'm very creative. We're in a really rough time right now, so a lot of people can't probably afford, certain things. But I'm just here to just be, an asset and be a vessel to, from the higher power, of course, because that's, like you said, that's our purpose. That's what we're here for. So, and then of course, I am a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and I also try to do, community work, and I'm a part of different organizations in Tampa. My dad founded the Black Heritage Festival, and that was founded 21 years ago. As of course, 2021 will be 21 years.
Awesome.
And so I'm on the marketing committee for that. So of course, if you guys want more information about that too, just let me know and I can get that to you. But I would say I'm intrigued. I'm here because I've faced a little separation from people in my, right now with COVID, and you don't know who's for you and who's not. And I realize a lot of people are put on a facade like everything's okay, but we're all wanting something.
Yep.
And I feel like Black people don't help each other enough because we're always trying to step on each other's heads to get to the next level instead of build together. So of course I'm here, if I can help anybody, and then of course, likewise. So did I miss anything?
I should.
No? Okay.
I should.
I don't mind speaking. So, if we haven't met already, my name is Isaiah. Go by Z for short, but whatever, either or, it doesn't matter. As of right now, I'm from Tampa, Florida, born and raised. I had a college career at one point, withdrew from that. And currently, more so on I want to create my own business. I want to create my own foundation. I believe in myself more than anything. I currently do poetry, and I have a future endeavor that I would like to bring about, which is creating a podcast, uplifting the Black community when it comes to business and things of that nature. I feel like a lot of us are really about it when it comes to hustling, grinding, however you want to, or just about business in general. But we either haven't seen someone we know do it, or we don't know the steps to take. But some of us have taken those steps, and I feel like if I can bring that together, then it'll uplift us faster than where we are currently. But yeah.
Okay, great job, brother. Great job. Yeah.
Anybody else want to go next? Don't be shy. We'll talk about busy.
All right.
My name is Anthony, born in Gainesville, raised in Daytona. Now I'm here. This is my first week, and I'm a producer. Well, I won't call myself a producer. I'm more of a musician. I started music in elementary school with my grandma. She raised me into the music community, so our family is the arts. My sister is a baton twirler. She's world renowned, so she's known across the world. I started producing my sophomore year. My uncle got me a laptop, just played around with software. I composed music for bands, so I did play in the band. I played all brass and started learning other instruments like percussion, piano, and I started getting into producing because I was curious on how people are like making hits. like, how is this song getting number one on Billboard? So I didn't want to necessarily rap. I wanted to get the music aspect of it. So, you know, I took the time to play around on my laptop and grew from there. And I met people to help me out. Inspired me, this one. I mean, I just met him last year, so I mean, I'm still getting it into like actually producing for artists. Like, he's actually the first artist I've produced for. So, yeah, so I'm still getting in the swing of the music business, and yeah.
Great job, brother. Great job.
He's like a little brother to me. I swear. Like when we first met, it was on some crazy spiritual connection out of nowhere. We were supposed to be writing, and we just stopped and conversated for the whole night. It turns out he got family living in the same city I'm from. Me and him got the same similarity stories. I don't know if he's comfortable. So me and him, like, I had experience where in 7th grade, me and my dad got evicted, and we were homeless for a couple months. Recently, when I just met him, he decided to be fresh out of high school and be on his own feet because his family had a situation where they had to come over, so they had to move somewhere else. And, he stayed because he wanted to grind, honestly. He didn't want no distraction.
Yeah.
So I told him he can come to my crib every Sunday after he get off work, and we could just cook up every night, and that's how that bond and creation started with each other. We had a lot of success so far. My first EP is going to be coming out in like 8 days. He made the intro to this called Symbolic Flower, which is called a mixtape as well. And that certain song, which is the intro, is like, honestly, one of the most stamped songs on there that's not going to leave your head. It's going to explain basically how me and him felt through that moment and how the album's going to ride out. So.
It's the 20th, right?
Yeah, November 20th. I'm going to give out my information at the end. Anybody else want to go next? We ain't stopping until everybody goes.
I got a question for you.
I
I have a question for you. What do you do about investments and stuff? What do you think about doing those things in our community?
That's a good question. What I plan on doing for investments back in the community is starting with, first, as we're doing right now, investing into ourselves. Little do you know, if you're not cautious enough, you are receiving dialogue right now. You are being inspired. When we walk out here, you will, start thinking about, hopefully you will start thinking, I ain't gonna speak for you like that.
They will.
What just went down and,
This is up.
and how
Yeah, all we
we
got.
plan on starting investing after this, as we get this rolling. My next goal and Jay's goal as well is to basically, so we have clothing like we said, so we want to get our clothing around, whether it's the campus, USF, these local communities around here, get them more out, start doing toy drives. Honestly, I tried to do that back in Daytona. I didn't have enough time to really. How you doing? Welcome. If you don't mind signing in right where he's at.
This is the owner of the bookstore. I'm one of the chief owners.
All right, brother. I got you.
Yes.
But yeah, making investments start off with human growth. Not, when we think about investments, honestly, for most of us, we think about money. Money comes when good energy comes. You know what I mean? So we got to start off with the human structure, how we can just connect with each other, communicate with each other, and build that loyalty and foundation first, the groundwork, and invest into each other, invest into our businesses. Like I said earlier, I'm that type of person that I'm going to look out for you. So if you do hair, I'm going to try to look out. I'm going to try to look for most of these females out here when I'm at work or walking down the street talking about hair. If you do music, I'm going to try to get other artists involved. If you do podcasts, I'm going to get other journalists involved as well. So currently right now, let's invest into each other. Obviously, if this gets bigger than what we expect, right now we got like, 15, when it gets bigger, my fault. We got like, 14 people in here, like 12 people in here. Anyways, when this gets full, obviously that's when, money will be that backbone to help us grow. Like, we probably gonna need a bigger space. Plan on having food. Like I said, we're gonna do sip and paint. So, sip and paint for the people who have legal age. I got trying to know legal things around here. Will, to answer your question, yes, sir.
Yeah. What type of homework are you gonna give people tonight? Something to do to the next meeting.
I was gonna say, everyone should bring one person next week. That's easily doubling up.
Mm-hmm.
We do that every week. We're at 14 now, 28 next week, and after that, it's plus 50. So if everybody just bring one person,
Mm-hmm.
you can keep growing.
Truthfully though, like for real, like even if you ask one person, go down to the next one. Like I want y'all to be relentless, honestly. Like
That's
that's
inform people.
yeah, that's the emotion I have in me, honestly. And I feel like yeah, we all have different characters about ourselves and different strengths and different weaknesses, but at the end of the day, like if I look you in your eyes and I see that you're inspiring me, obviously all y'all came here for a reason. You know what I mean? You ain't come here just to see what's popping, you know what I mean, what's lit. It's no party. It's COVID. Y'all obviously came here because something inside you inspired you. It drove you to get here. So I feel like if you have that in you, that ambition in you in general, then that's all it takes. I don't really care. Like, so like honestly, my goal is to bring, I don't know, with him, you, it's like 3 people I brought. Next time I'm trying to bring 5 of them. You know what I mean? So like, let's just keep going. Let's just keep beating that bag up. Honestly, it's repetition.
Yeah.
Repetition is how you get better in everything you do. Honestly,
Talk-
no
yeah,
matter
talk
if you
about
get
my
tired,
life.
you gotta keep going. You can take a break, take a
Brief,
rest.
yeah, you.
You know what I mean? But tired is a whole different thing. It's two, tired and break is 2 different things. So take a break, but never get tired.
Anybody else? Go right ahead.
Good evening, everybody.
Grand Rising, Grand Rising.
I came bearing gifts. How about that?
Ashe, Ashe.
It was a cold winter morning at 3 a.m. in a country town in Georgia called Reynolds, Georgia. And my mother was giving birth. I'm the 5th child. And she became paralyzed. And I was stuck in her womb coming into the world, and I was suffocating. We didn't have hospitals at that time. We was way back in the woods. And if it had not been for God using a midwife by the name of Eula Dawson, I wouldn't be here today. So my mother told me that story, and she said, when the lady got me out and she finally came to and woke up, they felt something in the room that this boy will do something one day. Well, let's fast forward to the future. I know my lineage back to 1863 documented. My last name now is Miller, but my great-grandmother, who lived to be 101, documented on a cassette. For those of you who know what a cassette is. Way back before y'all were born. And I happened to find it when I went in the United States Air Force traveling to Denver, Colorado to a cousin of mine. My great-grandmother was still living, but I didn't know that existed. So she went all the way back into history. She said, before you were Millers, we were first Christophers before the freeing of the slaves were in 1863. And then we became Jukes, then we became Toots, then we became Millers. And the way we were able to get our legacy that has been lasting since 1900, her mother came out of a rape case. Her mother had went to clean the pantry after serving dinner. She was a teenage girl, beautiful. And the guy who had hired her, his wife was upstairs. He said, go in the pantry and get me some pickles. So she went in the pantry to get some pickles, and he came in and closed the door and locked it and raped her. She got out with her clothes torn off and ran home crying. But see, at that time, that lady, I guess what would she be? My great-grandmother's mom or whatever? She had to hide him out because her husband had walked away from her, got her pregnant with all these kids and walked away. But the good that came out of that was this. As time went on, because my grandmother's family loved God, she said the white father became convicted. And by 1900, she was about 14 or 15. And she wanted to get married. So the young man asked for permission And the white man felt so bad about what he had done to her mother. He said, you know, I don't know how to correct this. It was a wrong thing I did. You know that was only God, right? He said, but I'm going to try to do something. I'm going to give you $500 when she was getting married. You know what my great-grandmother had the mind to do? About 200 acres of land. That was still in our family today because she commanded that all generations never sell the property out of the family. They wanted to sell it. They didn't want it anymore. They had to. By her law, she put that in force. No paperwork. Patriarch, she said, sell it back into the family. So because of that, we have about 500 acres in Georgia. Because my grandfather, her son, amassed another 200 or something. During the time, there was no jobs. So this pandemic that we have is really a pandemic for us if we start getting creative. That's why I told that history on that story, because my grandfather started out with a plow and one mule in 1923. And guess what? By the time of the First World War, in 1930-something, he paid cash for his first tractor. He didn't believe in loans. So that's just the beginning. I'm going to give y'all a gift here and then talk with y'all a little bit more why this gift is so important during this pandemic. So I challenge you to start saying it's a pandemic for me, baby. It ain't a pandemic. Have we not had hardships? Yes. I was in a bad accident. 2 cars hit me last year and I couldn't even get up out of bed. I had to see 18 doctors and 7 specialists. Look at me now. Because I told myself, self, you ain't going to be like this all the time. And you're going to rise up and be better than you were before. And now, guess what? I signed my new gym membership last week, and I'm back in the gym.
There you go.
Now, I want y'all to not look at it until everybody has one. Do not read it until everybody has one. Please do me that favor. You can't see everything on it, though. It's got some stuff on it. What you're looking at is a positive revolution that's already broke out. Because I had so much abuse coming up in my life. 2 of my siblings tried to kill me several times. My own father beat me for no reason, but until I got tired of it at 17. So when he almost cut my throat at 17, I said, I'm leaving. I ain't staying here no more. But you know what all that pain did? It made me better. It made me better. Better than I ever could have been. It made me better. Now everybody can look. You see the S.E.E on there? This is the C initiative that is now already active around the whole United States. Now turn that just a little bit and see what C stands for. What does it say?
Start wasting your time.
Strategically empower everyone you meet. Has nothing to do with racism. And I'm going to tell you why I'm talking like that. Because my grandparents had it terribly bad. I promise you. I ain't got time to tell y'all the story, but another time I'll just share some information that's true. I even have a video of my grandfather that the news people came out and filmed him because in '98 he was so healthy he went out and bought a brand new tractor. So what he taught us was that through all those bad struggles, he said we can always make a change if we band together as a community and stay positive. And the year before he died, he laid hands on me. He said, Michael, I was a great farmer. That's how I amassed what we have. He said, but you have the ability from God to change mindsets. He laid hands on me and he said, I want you to do something greater than I did for the whole world. And like I said, another time for that, because I don't want to hold the time too long, but I would challenge you all, no matter what your situation is from this night forward, I want you to flip it positive. I don't care what it is. I challenge you, because guess what? After 100 days of you flipping every unique, I like the way you say unique. It doesn't mean it's not a hard or challenging situation, but it's unique. That's a good way to flip it positive. But I challenge everybody in here to flip everything that's coming against you on a positive. Cause guess what? That content is in you. That content is in you. And I'm gonna stop for now. I'll tell y'all one thing.
That's right.
What do you do?
A financial professional showing us how to preserve our wealth into the future.
I ain't forget who's next.
I'm coming.
All right, Dale.
Hotep, Hotep, Hotep.
What's up?
Hotep.
Hotep.
How y'all doing? Well, this is
Some of us don't know what Hotep means.
I don't need.
All right.
He's just messing with. Hotep means peace, my brother. Peace be unto you.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's really good. I mean, it's like I'm overjoyed seeing young faces out here. I mean, this gives people my age, I mean, a glimmer of hope. And you always got to remember, but you got to strive to be better than what we were. Because knowledge is power. And you got to seek knowledge of self first. You know, because what we've been taught and what's been passed down to us has been a bunch of bullshit. You know. So I'm just glad to just stand before you all. And I'm one of the co-founders of the Mod Conscious Project. And the thing about it is we have got to come into unity, because without that we can't do anything. Okay? Like I said, strength lies in unity. So I'm a little bit weary, I'm tired, I didn't know if I was gonna make it. He had to come and get me jumped off about an hour or so ago, stuck at work. But anyway, y'all continue to come together like this. This is awesome. And you will be seeing more of us, and we'll be seeing more of you all.
Sure.
And this bookstore is like a treasure chest. So y'all come and support this. So there's nothing like this. With that being said, I'm going to sit down. And Hotep.
Hotep, Hotep.
Oh. I'm really glad to see Sister Tria out here. I know she gonna come up and say something.
That's what he gonna do. He gonna put me on the spot.
That's what I'm waiting on. Waiting on.
I was trying to let the young ones go first.
Oh, okay.
Get all shy and stuff. I'm not speaking.
Yeah.
I am Tria, Sister Tria.
All right, so chill.
I am a poet.